If I drive to work in the morning with a fully charged Nissan Leaf, I leave the car at work all day, topping up at the work perhaps, I come home again in the evening, 5, 6 o'clock if I'm lucky, I plug the car in, I go and make a cup of tea. Well, I think it's always useful to look at the past to predict what's going to happen in the future. And if you think about the automotive industry, for 100 years, yes, cars have got safer, cars have got faster and more efficient, but they haven't really changed. It's the same technology. Now, with hybrid, with plug-in hybrid, with fully electric vehicles like the Nissan Leaf, there's a big change coming. And as an industry, Nissan spotted it first together with our alliance partners, and that's why the Nissan Leaf is the world's best-selling electric vehicle, because we've built up that expertise. We have 300,000 customers always talking to us, such a passionate group of people about what we need to do next and to bring to market a vehicle that will help go to a broader mass mainstream market. And we believe at Nissan that electric vehicles are for the mass, not the few, and I think that's the next step for us, is to make sure that in Europe we bring electric vehicles to more people by continuing to improve the range of the vehicle, which we've done with the new Nissan Leaf, but to keep costs at the same level and to keep the durability at the quality level we have with the Leaf as well is absolutely vital. There's so much energy stored in the car once it comes to the end of its daily trip, for example, that energy has a usefulness. And if you can connect it with vehicle-to-grid technology, then you can use that power in the car when you're connected into it to be able to balance the grid. So it's much easier to look at it from a customer perspective. If I drive to work in the morning with a fully charged Nissan Leaf, I leave the car at work all day, topping up at the work perhaps, I come home again in the evening, 5, 6 o'clock if I'm lucky, I plug the car in, I go and make a cup of tea. That's drawing power. Why should it need to draw power from the grid? It should be able to draw power from the car. But also, if you have lots and lots of people on your road, in your city, in your country doing the same thing at the same time, that's when the energy companies need to turn up their power. They need to turn on coal-fired power stations to prepare for it. Wind farms can't just be turned on. But if you can use the energy in the car at the same time, you reduce the need for other forms of energy to be produced. And it connects together into a broader ecosystem. If you have more and more renewable energy and you have battery storage devices as well, you can then help balance off the power needs across the day, so that overall we're reducing our energy consumption as you put more and more electric vehicles and static storage devices into people's homes. We've got the people side of things and perhaps legislation side of things, as well as then integration into the city. So starting with people first, we've got to bring technologies to the marketplace that people desire, that people want. So it's about taking people with us, showing them the value of autonomous technologies. Now, with the Nissan Leaf, we're introducing ProPilot for the first time here in Europe, and that allows you to drive on a single lane highway without using your feet from 0 to 144 kilometers an hour and back again and then up again. So it's fully autonomous driving in a single lane. Of course, legislation-wise and safety-wise, the driver is still in control. They still have their hands on the steering wheel, but the steering wheel moves itself and controls you safely in the lane, taking perhaps some of the mundane parts of sat at 110 kilometers on an autobahn here in Austria, takes that out of your need to do that. On top of that, parking's a bit of a pain sometimes. We have hands-off, feet-off parking, and you can park with just the touch of a button, holding the button down, and it fully autonomously parks. Again, parking is something that not all of us enjoy doing every time when you're stuck in a shopping centre or something. So there, for us, we see those as two valuable technologies to bring to the market. But it's always at your control, and it should be, because we're drivers, we enjoy driving, and people enjoy driving that buy our cars, and we don't want to take that away. And there's a risk of doing that if you lurch forward to fully autonomous driving. We forget that people might not want that.